Chairman of the Council of Ethnic Minority and Voluntary Sector Organizations, and also for the last 6 years I was the General Secretary of Hindu Council UK. So for community work, I've been involved quite sort of substantially, although my day job is chartered accountant. And again, just as previously one speaker, a solicitor, talked about regulation and the need for regulation always, we are heavily regulated. But people know that this is chartered accountant, and we will serve them well. So the regulation is very important. But from David's, just to add to David's point, that actually for the last 6 years, I have seen whenever European directive comes, the civil service, they will just hold their hands up in the air because they haven't got resources. And then suddenly, people like the community, us here, we will sort of gather around, do a meeting, develop a consortium, and then ask for a meeting with them. And then actually they suddenly find that there's a wealth of experience which they didn't have any clue how to approach in the first place. And that's why, out of fear, actually, they sort of they try to put things down. And it's not the MPs or the ministers, it's the civil service, as Alan Keane said first. This is my experience. And once you have that meeting, then they're so grateful that they can actually argue the case, and the MPs are with you anyway. I mean, the MPs are always 100% with you. They are about the community. They want to protect the community. And just to sort of add, just at one point on the community, every year the BBC they come to the Hindu Council, me in particular, to do a program on Diwali, and so they try and choose the program that will be sold to the community. And this year, for instance, we discussed some options. This was in March, April's time. There was an open-air funeral going on then, so we discussed that. There's some youth issues we discussed. Then music from Sambe we discussed, and I put them in touch with Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan for that as well. They did a lot of research, and also the other thing was on health issues. They wanted to make a program on it, and that's what they actually then, after their research, chose to do the program on Ayurveda. And the program did come on the air. It was on the 19th of October, but the slot was 11:30, so probably not many people saw it. I'll give you the DVD they sent me anyway, so you can use that. But the point I'm making is that after a lot of research, they chose Ayurveda, because that is the program they thought was best suited for, that the community or the British public would like to see, because obviously there's always the element that they're going to have the viewing figures. I think, yeah. On that note, just the fact that even BBC, after research, they chose Ayurveda. That should tell the civil servants or whoever that there's a lot of it's a very prominent field that now actually regulation is needed for. And registration, as you say, is needed. I mean, we are all for registration, and then actually things will work very fine. I mean, we've seen this over the last many years. The European directive comes, and then these sort of things happen, and then something positive comes.
What actually happened was that